Oh, that's your pour?
I'm still showing us off air.
Well, it's because now it's on.
There we go.
Yep.
Starting.
You got it.
You want me to press button over here?
Nothing. Oh yeah, sure. Press start. No, press start. Okay, press start. Look at the brand new. Much better. So happy. And the world begins again today with wine time. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, people.
Hello, people.
Hello, people. It's very nice to see you today. It's a lovely afternoon. It's Wine Wednesday night, and we like to drink lots and lots and lots of bottles of wine. So if you're tuning in today and you would like to drink some lots and lots and lots of wine, I think you're in the right place. What do you think?
I think they're in the right place.
I think you're in the right place as well. Welcome to Wine Wednesday. And of course, we can't do anything with Wine Wednesday without the ceremonial trumpet. How was that?
Wow.
It was pretty bad, I know. All right. A few ground rules. Grab your chat room and let us know that you guys are here. Welcome and hang out. We're going to have a blast this evening. And I, for one, and Sophie one is just thrilled. So listen, tonight we want to get a little more interactive and a little more engaged. I'm going to make a few cool announcements of what the world looks like today. But the coolest thing is, if you want to chat with us, if you want to come on the camera and hang out with us and have all kind of dumb, stupid fun, just click on the button that says request to speak up on the very, very top. And then we'll accept you and bring you all in, and we'll be drinking together. So does that sound like some fun to you?
Oh, it sounds like a great idea.
You know, it's Wednesday night, and man, I tell you, I don't know about you, but I am hating sitting in this house all day. Yesterday, my wife will tell you, I was like dying. My back had gone out. You know, when you're like old and stupid, it happens. So my back had went out. So I spent the entire day literally caught up in the bed, resting and nursing back. And then I'm watching TV. But listen, I did get a chance to get something done. While my back was hurting, I managed to binge watch the entire third season of Ozark on Netflix. Yeah, I watched every episode from the morning until the night while I'm drugged out on drugs. It was what a moment. But tonight, I get to drink. So I've not had any alcoholic beverage until just now. So I'm excited. Are you excited?
Well, I'm very excited.
All right. So a few fun things we're going to do tonight. One, we've got the man, the myth, and the legend with really strong internet access now, Chef Jack, to do a teaching of a really cool recipe. We'll get to that in a moment. But he's going to make this chicken and sausage dish, which is stupid good, and it's amazing. And it prompted me to get another idea. And I think that this is going to be the best idea since pockets and sliced bread. Are you ready for this one? Since we're in the coronavirus shutdown crazy world, I love doing wine tasting and wine pairings and meals, but no one can go anywhere. So how would you like to join Sophie and I and our good buddy Jack, and let's all cook together and let's all have wine together. So I'm putting together these home tasting kits, a few bottles for everybody of different wines that come together. We're going to ship them out to each and every one of our friends and family and members. You'll get the bottles at home. You'll pick the kit that you want to have, and you'll get a recipe and an ingredients list with those items on that recipe. The first dinner is going to be a week from this Friday. So the next couple of days, you're going to get an email from me. I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening, and you're going to get a list of this is the meal we're going to prepare. You're going to then get a little webcam. You're going to go in your kitchen. You're going to film yourself. We're going to film it all together. Sophie and I are going to be cooking. Our friends are going to be cooking. We're all going to have the same wine. We're going to drink wine, and we're going to have dinner together a week from Friday. Are you in? Tell me in the chat roll or high five me up, because this is going to be loads and loads of fun. And I'm going to do it every 2 weeks to keep us sane and not lose our minds. Does that sound like fun to you? I'm thrilled. You happy?
Oh, I'm very happy.
My wife can cook. She cooks stuff that I don't know what she got. I mean, you think she got a little black in hair or something because she's just a good cooking woman. You know it.
A good cooking woman?
You're a good cooker. That's why I married you. You cook like nobody's business.
Oh, wow.
3 snaps and Z formation. Don't you know that look good? I sure do. All right. Next cool, amazing cool thing. So dinners are going to be sharp to happen. That's going to be fun. Next, I got a call today, and I just had to share it with everybody. And it was probably one of the coolest calls that a young winery that's emerging in the free world could get from a large public national company. So I found out today that for the very, very first time, Grubhub is now allowing wineries like myself to offer delivery throughout the entire Orange County area. So as of today, we signed our first contract with the Grubhub people. We're not a restaurant. We sell cheese, charcuterie, popcorn, and a lot of wine. So we're not a restaurant. So it's always been something they could not do. Thanks to the relief efforts of the government and what COVID-19 is doing and everything else, now we're there. So if this gets shut in for a long time and you need wine like right away, we will be able to Grubhub you in probably less than a week. And it'll be opened up from our Laguna Beach location and potentially our Irvine offices and warehouses as well. We're working the details out, but frankly, the idea is today we sign with Grubhub, and that would be something new to engage. Your wine club discounts won't apply to Grubhub because it's Grubhub, but if that's what you want to engage, that's awesome. We'd love to have you involved with that, and it's just a new way to keep spreading the world and getting things going. Now, I think that's going to be a lot of fun too. Today, we've got a lot of new different wines over here. So one of the things that Soph and I do a lot of is we go up to the winery and we go in the barrel room, which is waiting to be moved into, my goodness gracious sake. And we take barrel samples and we take them back. When those barrel samples come down, they look like this. It's just a clean little bottle with a little label on it. This is literally lot number 1 of our Sacred Love for 2018. Literally from the barrel, fresh sample right in there. Sophie and I are going to taste a few of them tonight and let our livers quiver in our shimmy cocoa poppers. Soph, this is our Malbec. Now, we have not yet released a Malbec, but even though we're shut in quarantine, living in our music room right now and going nowhere and planning all these cool virtual parties, we still are working on our wine up in the San Ynez Valley, and we cannot wait for Tiffany to finally take control of that engine and open those doors up. So here's to you, and here's to you. First glass for the night, Malbec 2018. It won't be released until 2021, most likely. And this is literally straight from the barrel, unfiltered, delightful nose. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice tenants, but it's not overpowering.
Oh, yeah.
It's very nice.
I feel that one in my left shoe. My left shoe is starting to sing to me right now.
He doesn't wear any shoes, but he feels it in his
If I had shoes, they would be even better. if I had shoes, you'd look at my shoes and you'd ask yourself, Jason, can I get some shoes? That's delightful.
That's very nice.
Okay, that's our 2018 Malbec. What do you want to try now?
Well, do you want to start with white again, or do you want to do?
No, let's stay with the reds.
Well,
Pick one from the 18 new collections. Whatever you say.
I want to try the Petit Verdot.
This is the Painted Dreams. Oh, what's your Pinot?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, this is the new Painted Dreams,
Okay, here we
which
go.
is there.
Pinot.
All right, we're going to go to Pinot.
Oh, look at this color.
Oh, yeah. So this is, now a lot of you guys had our delightful Love and Happiness. And if you had that one, you remember it. I believe I have it up here. Let's see here. It's a Syrah. We have a new Syrah coming out. This is our new Sangiovese. This is our new Cab Sauv. We're going to have 2 new Cab Sauvs coming out for the 18 collection.
Behind me because I
Got the Tempranillo back over there. We got a brand new Tempranillo. Another Petit Syrah.
Yeah,
We actually do have, there's our Malbec. Look in there, see if the other Pinots in there.
No,
We have 2
I didn't
Pinots.
see it. I didn't see
The
it.
new Love and Happiness is coming out. It's going to be
No,
stupid
I have
good.
Tempranillo.
All right, we're going to
I
try
have Merlot.
the new
Merlot.
Merlots.
Merlot.
That Merlot's really good, by the way. It's
Merlot's
very
very
simple.
good. They just invented it.
They did. Maryland Merlot. Maryland Merlot. Sophia, this
Pinot.
is our new Pinot Noir. This one is, y'all have had Love and Happiness. This is Love and Happiness's cousin. Oh, it's so smooth. These are not even ready yet.
Oh,
These
yeah.
are literally just going to be good.
But it's absolutely delightful.
That's delightful. That's good.
On,
All right.
on another note, I want to say,
Yes.
Even though we all stuck at home, and it's difficult times for everybody, but my heart goes out to all the first responders and people who are on the front lines between grocery workers and hospitals and policemen and first responders and people who pick up trash and mailmen. Always praying for them, and hopefully these people get adequate amount of rest. I'm also a nurse.
Let's pray for them right now.
Yes. Yeah.
Dear God, we thank you so very much for protecting all these people with COVID-19. We ask you to protect the first responders and all of those amazing healthcare workers who are going before us. And we just ask you to just put a covering around them, dear God, and keep them safe. Amen.
Amen.
You know, I tell you, this is a hard time. This is crazy. And it's kind of fun to like get together and be hanging out. But
True blessing it is.
it's a true blessing to be able to have our health as we hang out today and enjoy this wonderful time together. All right, come and join me in the chat room and come and join me as we keep engagement here. So if you've got a webcam and you want to chit chat with me and Sophia, click on the button that says speak and you'll join us in. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to invite my dear, amazing buddy and good friend and loyal wine club member, Jack Ryan. Jack, come on in and join us on the stage today. Jack has been working tirelessly. Listen, today he was setting up internet connections and cameras and doing sound bites because he wanted to teach you guys a new dish that you'll enjoy with me. And to do so, he was just like engaged in it. And I'm like, Jack, you are completely the man, the myth, and the legend. Here we go. Jack, ladies and gentlemen, Jack.
What a pleasure. Thank you. Welcome to our kitchen. Sit down and relax. Would you please? James McClain.
All right, I'm
May
gonna
be injured today.
Sit
It's
down.
amazing.
just for a little bit, Jack. Just for a little
And
bit.
I'm gonna rest.
Once again, I wanted to say welcome to our kitchen, ladies and gentlemen. What a pleasure to have you here. Look, I got my stimulus package. 9 of the most delicious McClain wines were delivered to my house today. We only ordered them yesterday. Sorry, Jason. But be that as it may, so we're going to cook with Summer Breeze, which is a wonderful Grenache, and we are going to serve with Promise Keeper, which is a fabulous Sangiovese and Barbera. This is my food stylist, the fantastic Shelly Ann. And she will be now taking those wines away as we start cooking dinner. Now, I wanted to make something that was, first of all, really easy. And second of all, I think it's very, very surprising the way this dish turns out. Because what we're going to do is we're going to end up making a sauce right in the pan that we're actually cooking in, okay? So here's my protein. I'm going to start with 2 forms of protein. Everyone should have their something like this. I'm going to start with some Italian sausage, 1, 2, 3, 4, and look at the chicken breast that I cut off a chicken today. Now, I wanted to do this with skin on, but because everyone is watching their weight, especially now that everyone is locked down, I have taken the chicken off of the chicken breast, and I will be serving this kind of sort of a little low cal. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the chicken breast in a second. I'm going to put my sausages in.
Jack, are there? My wife wants to know if there are breastless chicken.
No, but look at this thing. I mean, can you imagine what this came off of?
Oh yeah,
That's a breast. That's
It must have tipped off, and it just tipped off my face. And can you imagine the chicken walking, and then something going boom, boom,
catch.
because it had huge tracts of land. That's what the Monty Python. Okay. So anyway, I put my sausage in, and the reason I'm putting my sausage in is because I'm going to dice this up, and I need to be a little cooler. So I'm going to do this first. While the sausage is in, I'm going to transfer the chicken to a separate cutting board. Remember, we want to stay clean on this thing. I'm going to take my knife. I'm going to cut the chicken breast in half. So what do I have? I have almost 1.5 pounds of chicken breast here, and it's just too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these on the bias. I'm going to show you, and forgive me for not having a 2-camera shot, but I've just taken the chicken breasts and I've cut them into 2 pieces. When I'm cutting on the bias, what I want you to do is I want you to cut them on a little bit of an angle so they both look like they're one chicken breast. So I'm going to cut both of these. Here's the first one, and then the second one. And I'm going to take this back over to my plate because I'm going to use a clean cutting board. I think it's really important that we use a clean cutting board every time we work with poultry, because even though I've rinsed this off and all that kind of stuff, you never know where the poultry's been, okay? All right, so my sausages, I'm just browning them a little bit because everything that we're doing is going to get finished in a pan and in the oven, okay? So I don't need everything perfectly cooked at this particular point in time. What I need to get nice brown color on the sausages and the chicken. Now that shouldn't take too long, okay? A couple of things. I've got some notes that I wanted to talk about specifically with the Barbera that we're drinking right now, the Sangiovese Barbera, this beautiful wine that we're going to absolutely.
Sangiovese Barbera.
So that Sangiovese Barbera is a 2017 Promise Keeper, Jack, because we changed that one from 16 to 17 to make it a Barbera Sangio versus a Barbera Morvedra in 16. And so cooking with these new stimulus package wines will give you more money every day you sleep. So when you go to bed at night, you'll wake up with more money in your bank account because you drank this wine.
You want to try Sangiovese 2000?
Okay, I'm drinking more now.
All right, so Shelly Ann is in on the program, okay? And by the way, I got to tell you, brother, this is delicious, and it's just absolutely. It's a glabrous wine. I just want to use that word because I can. I don't know what it means. Thank you.
Dude, when I look at that wine and I made that thing, everything in this 17 collection is new. The plan was, just so you know, everybody knows, the plan was that we're going to roll out one of these new wines literally every month for the end of the year. You remember I said that many times before. But with the world ending, I figured give it all away now. Today is the last day that this stimulus package, as it is right now, is available to the public. Because we want to sell them all out, we still want to come out and have them available and do little kind of things. So if you've got your stimulus package and you're drinking, I know the Olsen, I just saw in the chat room, they got theirs. If you've got yours, awesome sauce, drink it up. If you want more of it, you can get another one. But that link, and Natalie can share it with you, today's the last day, and we'll stop it all because I want to release the wines like a normal winery would. But honestly, it's stupid good in every single way.
It is stupid good. I have to agree. Yeah. Now, what I've done is I've taken my sausage out of the pan. See how fast that happened? And I just wanted a little bit of color on it. I want it to cool off because, like I said, I'm going to.
Jack, that's a nice sausage you got there. I like your sausage.
Hey, you know what? You say that's all the boys. All right, so here, another fabulous product made by Jason McClain and Jason McClain Cellars is this garlic-infused olive oil. McClain has an entire line of infused olive oils and balsamic vinegars. These are really good. This is their garlic infused olive oil. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit in my pan. It's nice and hot right now, okay?
I see Kara was commenting about the breast that you dropped, and Philip was also commenting about that breast. The McClain olive oil with the garlic takes all of the chemicals from the breast on the ground and absorbs them. So this is like having hand sanitizer literally in your mouth. So
By the way,
imagine
it fell on my counter.
Yes,
Okay.
it's like hand sanitizer in your mouth. This is like the same thing because of the McClain olive oil.
All right.
So what I've done is I've taken salt and pepper, and I have salt and peppered one side of the chicken, and now I'm putting the chicken in the pan as only I can. And again, I'm not cooking the whole thing through. I'm going to spend maybe 2 or 3 minutes aside. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to make certain that I just get some color because I'm going to finish everything in the oven. Now's the time to preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? I think that's 160 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember what I've got is I've got the rendered fat from the pork in here, and I've got the olive oil, the garlic infused olive oil from McClain Cellars, or any really good olive oil will do. Now, I want to put these over medium high. You can hear the nice sizzle and crackle going on.
Hey, Jack.
Exactly what we want.
Jack, I'm sorry, I interrupt you again, but Philip over here just says that he needs to buy olive oil, Jack. And if he buys olive oil, our kids will go to college. So, Jack, how does he get olive oil?
Oh, the olive oil is fantastic. Oh, this is my favorite. I don't use them. No, honestly.
This is my favorite though.
I don't use infused oils. Okay.
Except for this.
And the reason I don't use infused oils is because, hey, listen, I know how to make herbs and I know how to make them sing and do all that kind of stuff. I love this because the flavors are not overbearing. The olive oil is really, really good. And I know this is like the shameless commerce portion of the show. Please forgive me, but you know what? I'm telling you the truth. If you want to order this stuff, you tell me what you think, and I think you'll agree this is really delicious olive oil. So, here's what I'm doing. While my chicken is browning, I'm going to salt and pepper the other sides right now. And remember, we're cooking live, ladies and gentlemen. We're cooking live here in Jack's kitchen.
Very nice.
I'm going to show you some of the other ingredients we're going to use.
So listen, I want to ask a question. Hold on for that 1 second, Jack. I want to ask a question to all the wonderful, amazing people who are watching us today, who are asking about these wonderful things. Yes, you can get the olive oil. Yes, you can get the popcorn. And there are, like, I think we have 8 olive oils and 5 vinegars, which are all on our website at McClainCellars.com.
Yeah.
But here's the cool thing. I want to know what you're drinking right now. So in the chat roll, pop into me and tell me exactly what you're drinking. And Kara, yes, your list is going to be very, very long. I spoke to Vaughn, by the way, and he told me that you're going to buy the last case of the 2016 Promise Keeper, and I'm putting it aside for you because Vaughn said he doesn't need any money. He's got your love. So he's good to buy it for you all day long. Yeah, it's very, very important. These are very, very important things to do. All right, sacred love for the Olsen family. Now listen, nobody is kinder or wears a hat better than Jeff Olsen.
Well, go Trisha, Kiss of Life. There you go.
Trish of Life, you've got that one.
Not
You
Trisha.
know it.
She's a Trisha of Life.
I don't know what you're saying. It's a moment. All right, Joanne, 5 Hearts. God, it's a great wine. Makes my liver quiver and my shimmies jump out the window. I have a jumping moment. Lifesaver for Tim and Julie. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Bourbon. Nice, Jeff.
There you go.
Jeff needs a stimulus package pretty quickly because if you don't, we're going to cry. That's going to be a challenge. All right, back to the cooking show with Jack, the man, the myth, and the legend in all of our minds. Thank you, Jack. Back to you.
So, my chicken is almost done. Remember, we're just browning it on both sides. Just browning it. We don't want to cook it all the way through because we're going to finish it in the oven. So, here's what we need. You need a bunch of mushrooms. Now, in this particular case, I've got brown, blue mushrooms. I've got blue mushrooms. No, I've got brown mushrooms. These are baby bells. They're also called brown mushrooms. And I've got some shiitakes. Take the cores out of the shiitakes. The stalks are no good. Chop them up. As you can see, I chopped them up I've got about 3 cloves of chopped garlic. I've got some butter. And I'm going to use a little bit of butter in this dish because my friend Julia Child always said everything is better with butter, and I totally agree. So now I want to show you how brown the chicken is. So this is the color, if you will, that we want to get on the chicken. That's a nice, beautiful golden brown. I'm going to switch that to a plate. Remember, my oven is now at 400 degrees, and all this stuff is going to go in the oven. Now, what I want to do is I want to cut up an onion. So I'm going to rough dice this onion, make it really, really rough. Because, you know, this is kind of peasant food, and I really, that's kind of my specialty. I'll tell you a story about my grandmother's in just a little bit. So I'm going to throw the onion, and I'm going to throw the garlic, and I'm going to let those sweat a little bit. What that means is I'm just going to let them saute so they get a little soft, okay? Then I'm going to follow up with my mushrooms. So a little salt and a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of these things. Forgive me for going out of frame. And I'm just going to stir it around a little bit. Now, the nice thing about what happens with the onions is they start to deglaze the pan. They start to take all those wonderful things from the bottom of the pan, like the chicken and the sausage left in there. And that's flavor. You want flavor, okay? So we're building flavor now by just making certain that we're getting these onions and the garlic nice and soft, and that stuff is coming out of the dish, okay?
You know, watching you,
Yeah.
Jack, I got to tell you, watching for me and my wife, I everyone else here on tonight's webinar, it's kind of like we just died and went to heaven. Because when you're a child, she can bring you some great techniques, but not the character development that you instill in us.
No, only just to say, just
Can you do like you a child, please? Can you say, just add butter?
No, I wouldn't say that, but Sophie certainly could. Yeah, go ahead, Sophie.
Remember that Dan Aykroyd?
She's drinking wine, folks.
Remember that Dan Aykroyd skit with a child when he like cuts off his fingers? It's happened to me, by the way.
That's right.
Because I lost all my fingers while I was doing a cooking show. That's why.
It's all a cooking accident, folks. That's crazy. All right, so back to cooking really quickly, okay? So my onions and my garlic have softened up. I'm going to put all the mushrooms in there. Now, mushrooms have what, Jason? What do mushrooms have that most other vegetables don't?
Fungus.
How did you know? Nobody knows.
water.
They have a lot of moisture. So what we want to do is
Yay, Sophie, she got it right.
yeah, we want to make certain that the mushrooms.
I got mushrooms for 100.
Yes, very good.
Two things are going to happen in the heat. Your mushrooms are going to get a little smaller. They almost always do. And they're going to dry out a little bit. And that's what we want, okay? And I know there's all sorts of straight lines going on about your mushrooms getting a little smaller in the heat. You go right ahead and indulge yourself. I don't care, all right? So, because I have only got a couple of things that I have to do, and then I'm going to start drinking wine. Oh, speaking of which, now, Summer Breeze. Jason, tell us a little bit about Summer Breeze, because I'm going to put this in the dish in just a moment.
Summer breeze makes me feel
Blow.
blowing through the jasmine. Okay, my back. So Summer Breeze is our 2017, the brand new one, and it's a Grenache Blanc, stupid good one. Wait. What key is it in? What key is it in? It is Summer Breeze, and we had the Roussan, Grenache Blanc, and Viognier. Now, it's named after the iconic 1976 song by the Stylistics, the one that is my favorite version. And that was playing on the radio when I first fell in love. And I can tell you the story about it, and I probably shouldn't because my wife is lovely here. Okay, I'll drink some more. But that was a yummy. And you know what? We're going to be doing something kind of fun because I love doing vertical tastings, right? So, there's the 17 Promise Keeper and the 16 Promise Keeper, and they're delightful. There's the 16 and 17 family values. That's delightful, but they're way different. Same with Purpose Road, and of course, Summer Breeze. So I'm preparing some really fun vertical tasting kits. The stimulus package was a great hit. If you haven't got one, pick one up now, and we'll get it all shipped off to you before days off. But I love doing fun types of tastings, and I think the cool thing is if we take all of our verticals and say, okay, here's 16, 17, 16, 17, 16, 17, 16, 17, and those become bundles that we can enjoy and figure out the differences step by step. And Philip just asked me a question a second ago. He said, listen, yes, I am drinking, Mark. I'm sorry. Here we go. Mark Meisberger just popped on the chat room and says, Jason, you're not drinking. It was my fault. So we're creating little bundles for the olive oils and for the vinegars and everything else. So I got really kind of fun, cool things coming out just to spice it up. And we're going to include some crackers and some other cool, fun stuff. So, yes, Summer Breeze is a great wine. And back to you, Jack.
I've done.
Wait, now you're on.
Okay, so what I have done, I've taken the mushrooms to release some of their liquid, okay? What am I going to do now? I want flavor in my dish, so I've diced up all of those Italian sausages, and I'm putting them back into the dish right now. You see where this is going, folks? This is good stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Jack, you know what?
Now, what I'm going to do, go ahead.
I got Mark Meisberger in the chat row. He's giving me grief. This dear, wonderful brother and friend is telling me I'm not drinking enough. So I'm going to make sure I pour myself a big glass of McClain Cellars and keep drinking and make sure that I get everything more technologically cool just for Mark. That's it.
All right.
Back to you, Jack.
Thank you. So, what do I want to do with the sausage? If there's any pink left in the sausage, and remember, we haven't cooked everything all the way through because we're going to throw a lot of this stuff back into the oven. That's where it's going to finish.
So let me ask you a question, Jack. You said if there's any pink left in the sausage. Is that something that you guys have talked about together, you and Shelly-Ann?
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Yes.
It's all about the pink.
We celebrated our 22nd wedding anniversary, and believe me, there aren't any stories that we have anymore that we have. Oh, by the way, so let me talk about this little online thing that I saw today.
The one that
It was like,
Wait.
my daughter sends me and says, here are 20 things that and you get 1 point for each one that you have to go to jail and skip school and all that kind of stuff. And it was like, it was 0 for 20. I mean, I did all of them. I did the whole kit and caboodle, okay? So I sent it back and I said, oh, yes, I have stories too, okay? So the deal is that when you get to my age and you've been married for 22 years to the most fascinating woman on the face of the earth who's standing off camera right now, you see, you and Sophie are the first couple of Orange County. We're like 1.2. I just want you to know that, okay? So because I have the most spectacular partner on the face of the earth, I can do all the things that I want to do, like this kind of stuff, and be perfectly happy. Oh, and I got great stories too.
I think Jason.
Okay, what do you do, Jason, besides pouring a bottle of wine?
what we're drinking right now, by the way, if anyone's interested, that's 2018 Sangiovese.
Which you can't buy.
You can't buy just yet, but it's getting ready. It tastes delicious.
Yum. All right, Jack, what you got, brother?
Back to me. Now, our mushrooms are starting to soften up. We don't want to cook them all the way through. We want them to get a little color on them, okay? Now, I've got a surprise coming up, so guys, stay tuned because this has got to go on a bed of something. I'm going to make something absolutely fantastic. So not only do we have this going on, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a sacrilege. I'm going to take the Summer Breeze and I'm going to deglaze this pan with some of the most delicious white wine you've ever had. Because there's an old adage in cooking, and the adage is don't cook with what you won't drink. And believe me, I'll drink anything, and I'll cook with anything you want me to cook with. But here, be that as it may. What I want to do is I want to make certain that the Summer Breeze is put in here because it adds so much wonderful flavor. Now, what am I going to do? Okay, we're getting close to the piece of resistance. I'm going to take my chicken, and I'm going to put him back in the pan, okay? And So I've got 4 pieces. Now, what's left in this little pan right here? Because if you get rid of this, you cannot be friends with me, okay? You want to pour that on there too, because there's all that wonderful chicken stock, okay? Now, I have preheated the oven to 400 degrees, and this is going to go in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes, okay? I have an Alexa robot. Is she a robot? Is there something that we should call her?
The big brother, big sister.
Well,
Always.
listen, she listens
The
all
Alexa
the
chick,
time.
okay? So,
She does.
Alexa.
Everything you say, Jack. Everything you say.
Alexa,
Like I said, she's big sister.
Alexa, set a timer for 12 minutes.
12 minutes, starting now.
Do you see?
See, that's the government right there. The government's an NSA spy. Philip is right. It's a spy. The government's right there. Where was Donald Trump when Alexa was invented? He invented it. The world's ending. Everybody go drink.
So we return to wine, ladies and gentlemen, because the nature of this particular game is all about.
You know, it's funny.
I wish you were here because we got smell-o-vision going on too.
Yes, I love it.
I want you to know.
You know, it's funny. Tiffany is up north in Buellton right now in Solvang. We've got a beautiful new home up there, nice yard. Her daughter's happy, Reed's happy. You couldn't ask a better joy for a young family. And they moved up to open up our new Santa Barbara location. And, you know, as you guys know, we stopped construction 2 weeks before the very end when all this began. And so refrigerators are showing up. I mean, things aren't finished because it's not done. We're like 2 weeks more of work. And so she's going there every single day, engaging things. I was talking to her today, and I said, "How are you guys doing? You're just kind of like hanging out. How are things?" So there's nothing she can really do until we move in and open up our new location. And she says, "I've never had so much wonderful quality time with my husband." And that's the cool thing about the season that we're all in right now, which I truly love.
Yeah.
Listen, we're all stuck in our houses. We can't do diddly squat jack crap. And we cannot leave. We can't go anyplace. And we're sheltering in place on purpose and for a reason. And everyone who's on tonight's broadcast is doing it the right way. You're taking care of our country and our world to do a better thing. And frankly, I don't have any more joy that I could possibly muster up than hanging out with friends and on a chat room and engaging and just being stupid. You guys know, every time you go into Laguna Beach and the lounge, I love just being stupid. That's my middle name, stupid. As much stupid as I can be, the better. But if you have nothing to do, I heard Stephen Colbert the other day say, you have trained for this, America. You have literally spent years of your life waiting to get time to do that one thing you wanted to do, waiting to get time to binge watch, Ozark 3rd season on Netflix. And now we got so much time, we have too much time. But the cool thing is we have time with those we love. And I get to hang out with my wife every single day and talk to her. And I love her so much because she is such a tolerant and amazing, beautiful woman.
I'm very tolerant.
You're very tolerant.
You're
very tolerant. And that's a gift. That's a gift.
Wine helps.
It does.
Everybody.
It was.
Yeah. So like we were talking in the comments with some of our guests, like I try to do math with a 5th grader. I can't. I'm like, I can't calculate the way they do. I don't do common core. I don't do common core.
I do 1 glass, 2
no
glass,
common
3
core.
glass, 4.
No common core.
5 glass, 6 glass, 7 glass more. Anyway, it's a good season for us all. And listen, we're all going to be doing this for a while. And tomorrow night, we're going to do another show, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So we're doing Wednesday night and Thursday night, every other Friday for the dinners, and then Saturday night, and then Sunday, and then Saturday at 1. Sunday at 1. And I want more friends to hang out with. So if you want to join me on one of these shows and engage these things, just have fun. Jack and I are old hat buddies. I love this guy. We met wine tasting, and then he found out that real good wines made by Jason and Sophia McClain. And then he just kind of kept drinking wine. Matter of fact, if you took this camera into Jack's wine room, matter of fact, what I would love to see is I would love to see everybody's wine refrigerator and how many bottles of McClain Cellars you have. I want to see Grace Barbara.
A lot. There's a lot in our cellar.
See? I want a picture of that, Shelly Ann. Can we upload pictures on our chat roll? I don't know if we can or not. Probably not, but it'd be kind of cool.
Maybe
Anyway,
for later.
I
We
wanna
can
see
do
those.
it like,
So I want to get a picture of everyone's pictures of McClain Cellars, and we just like go out and we just keep drinking seriously.
You know what? We should create some sort of a community table when you have like a people all on the like on the cameras, right, on the
Yep.
big screen, and everybody's.
Well, that's
doing
Friday.
something.
That's our dinner.
Well, yeah. We do.
Mark and Terry, I want a camera in your kitchen while you're cooking the dish we're all going to prepare. So I want your recipe suggestions because we're going to pick one recipe a week from Friday, and everybody is going to make food in the kitchen and have a pairing of our own dinner. I can't wait. Are you in? Say yes. Say yes. You have to commit because this is the coolest thing in the world.
Our oldest one made the homemade ravioli today. Homemade
really?
from scratch. She made the dough. She made the cheese.
I didn't get nothing.
Well, yeah, you just have to go out and blow your nose, excuse yourself, you know.
Test tube babies. Test tube babies.
We were making pies. I was going to make souffle tonight, but I'm going to leave it for tomorrow.
Yes. Jack, back to you with the food.
Let me explain.
Explain,
Let me
Rick.
come up.
Explain,
Okay.
Rick.
So what have we done? We've sauteed our chicken. We've sauteed our mushrooms and our sausage, our onions and our garlic. We put everything back in the pan. We put the pan in the oven at 400 degrees for 12 minutes. Now, you might be asking yourself, and good question, what are we going to serve with the chicken? Well, I've got a really spectacular, really easy dish for you, okay? Jason, can you tell me what these things are?
They're,
Chicken breasts.
they're not
No, these are
Yeah.
sweet potatoes.
yam.
I'm going to make,
It is
Yam.
chicken breast.
They're not
You know-
I'm going to make, they're just the yams, man. I'm going to make a bourbon mashed sweet potato to go as to be used as a little bit of a bed, if you will, for our chicken and sausage and mushrooms. So, but before I do that, I was going to tell you a story about my grandmothers, okay? Because, like I said, I'm kind of I'm really a very present cook, okay? I make pastas and all this kind of stuff. There's not a lot of refinement in my cooking. But my grandmothers couldn't have been any different from each other. My one grandma, Elizabeth, was a society gal, and my other grandmother, Magdalena, was raised essentially in Romania on a farm, and she was a peasant. But when the two of them got together, first of all, they loved each other, and I loved seeing them interact, but those two broads could cook. And so our house, when they came over, when I was downstairs with grandma, when I was a little kid, all of these smells, all these wonderful memories centered around food and how grandma cooked. So I think that's been a really big influence. So now, if you've got kids, this is a really cool thing to do. What I've done is I've taken these sweet potatoes and I have nuked them in the microwave. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in half. I'm going to squeeze them out of their skins and into a small saucepan. Now, this is the most fun you can have with food. I'm telling you, just squeeze those things in there, okay? We're going to take the little hard ends, the bitter ends, and we're just going to toss those, okay? And then I've got yams and I've got sweet potatoes here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little multicolored, multi-party thing going on. Here's a beautiful sweet potato right there. And here's a yam. Now, I've got 4 servings that I'm making with this, okay? So 2 big sweet potatoes or yams should work really nicely. Will this work with mashed potatoes? Absolutely. Will this work with a bed of really nice greens and all that kind of stuff? You bet, okay? But because my friend Jason, excuse me for a moment, I'm going to just wash my hands real quick. Because my friend Jason really likes bourbon, I'm going to make bourbon sweet potato mash. So what I'm going to add.
Dude, are you doing that for me? I'm crying right now because I like to drink. I open the wine because I'm an alcoholic. I like to drink alcohol.
Well, you know what?
Okay.
You can leave leftovers on your doorsteps. We'll come over.
I don't think I wouldn't.
Well,
Hey,
That's a recipe.
hey, we got a
Couple
question,
of
Jack.
pads of butter.
We got a question, Jack. We got a good question.
Okay,
here.
go ahead.
Philip Duran has asked a wonderful question. Okay,
Sure.
what's the difference between yams and sweet potatoes? My
Very
wife
little.
is from Kansas, and they have big arguments. What's the difference, Jack?
Okay, so having had both, I think the white yams are a little less sweet. Now, Here's the deal. I'm using butter, and I'm going to use a maple-infused bourbon. Maple-infused bourbon. That's Knob. I'm sorry. That's
Knob Creek.
that's Banana Creek.
Hey, Jack, I wonder if Sophia can like get
So that's a
an IV.
Knob
Wait,
Creek
wait.
bourbon.
Jason's saying something.
Go ahead.
I wonder if Sophia can get an IV and like just put that in my veins.
Yes, absolutely.
That looks good. Is anybody in with me? Mark, Terry, Philip, Vaughn, anybody else want to put?
Like I said, the yams are a little less sweet than the sweet potatoes. Now what I'm doing, I put some butter in here. Are you with me?
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
you know what? I don't know.
Oh, wrong one. There we go.
Sorry.
Sorry, pressing button.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm playing.
I'm gonna put about Remember, I've only got 2 big potatoes in here, so I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of bourbon.
Ah, yeah, just tip it.
2, 3. What the hell, right?
Great.
But to work, I'm going to whisk these all together.
Yeah, Tony's right. 90% kills COVID. COVID-19.
Perfect.
Goodbye. We will drink ourselves silly.
We're going to put some salt and a little bit of black ground pepper, fresh ground pepper, and now take
And
a fork and whisk these things, okay? Now look what you get. It's fabulous. Okay, here we go.
And we know that bourbon kills COVID-19.
Bourbon kills COVID-19, so
you know what?
the better off you're going to be.
Alcohol.
Now, I'm going to put this on a really low heat until we serve. Look how fast that took. I mean, it was
That was
nuts.
great.
Okay, so I'm waiting for Alexa to go off, and then we're going to go to our next segment. So after you, Jason.
Oh, you're so good to me. You know, sometimes I think about you, and I feel this warm sensation. So listen, first of all, I want to do a group moment together. Everybody, grab a glass.
What are we drinking now?
How about we try some of the 2018, the first lot. This is the 2018 Sacred Love. From the barrel, the first lot picked from the harvest. So I'm going to try a little bit of this. And delightful. Ladies first.
So in order to make a bottle of wine, Jace, this is just a scientific question.
Go for
How
it.
many pounds of grapes would it take? I mean, just as like an average.
Well, pounds versus tons.
Oh, tons. Okay,
Yeah, because it's tons of grapes.
So for tons of grapes, how
So-
many barrels can you make?
So a bunch. So
A bunch.
So I'll give you some of if you guys want some of the fun stuff, that's great. We'll get me on the spot. So if I have an acre of land,
Yeah.
right? Each acre of land can produce 3 to 6 barrels. You know, and that-
6 barrels?
3 to 6 barrels. It depends on how you pack the vines together,
Okay.
right? So if you pack them a lot and 3 barrels, 1 barrel of wine is about 25 cases of wine. Okay, and then
But how many tons of grapes, though?
well, a ton of grape is about 3 barrels.
Oh, okay. The ton
Yeah.
of grape is about 3
About 3 barrels. A ton of grape is about 3 barrels, right?
Mhm.
And so you can get probably anywhere from 3 to 5 tons within an acre.
Okay.
Okay, depends on how you
How
pack
you
those,
blend
how you
them.
plant
Got
the
it.
acreage.
Mhm.
So we like to think. So if we got a ton of grapes, and we usually do 50 to 250 cases per wine on each one of our vineyards. So we're going to go ahead and say we're going to create 75 cases, 100 cases, 200 cases. As you know, we sell our wine really, really fast, and that's the cool thing. That's what we want to make. We want to concentrate on really small batch production,
Which
and
makes a good quality wine.
it's about quality.
Yeah. It's
That's
not
why I just told
quantity,
the
it's a
distributor.
quality.
By the way, I turned down now 6 different 6 different distributors since we've been in business, because I don't want to be in Bevmo and Trader Joe's and those places, because I will never make a $2 chuck. I've got to make the best wines, and all the reviews that we get are saying that they're really doing well, and that's evident by you guys hanging out with us tonight. But so what I'll do is I'll start with a ton of grapes. All right, I give you 3 barrels of wine. The grapes come in, and you take this big vat and you stem it. Right, you've got to first pull all the stems out of the actual grapes itself, and then you have to crush it. And that crushing of the grapes with the skins on there all goes down through strainers. And you'll be able to do all of this in our Santa Barbara location in Buellton. How many of you want to come up and hang out with me and Soph
And stomp the grapes.
and stomp the grapes? Actually, more than just that, honestly, and no BS of S and Bs or BPPSs and ABCDFGs. I want people to come hang out and do one simple thing: make the wine with me. And my wine club members,
Be a winemaker for the day.
be a winemaker for the day. And this is, I cannot wait. With God as my secret judge, you know this, until this whole world of stupidity ends, and we can all go up north to this amazing, gorgeous place. I just dropped $125,000 in the building that looks stupid cool. I got people walking over to us, we're building, and saying, "What are you doing? Why are you investing in this built-in area? Why are you spending money here?" My tasting counter, beautiful, like 18 and a half feet of granite on the first side, and then another 19 behind it. It's gorgeous.
I
The
mean,
LED
it's,
pipe lights.
Buellton is becoming one of the most popular locations for wine
Awesome.
tasting now. As Los Olivos was a bigger destination before. Now the Solving is getting a little bit more up to speed with some more wineries open up. And
Yeah.
Buellton, when they have a lot of wineries, when
cool
there's
little
moms
town.
and pop shops,
5,048
can-
people.
yeah, but you can find the jewels right in the raw, if you will. You know, like when people with a small production of wine,
Yeah.
or like any kind of varietals, and they make amazing products and no one knows about it.
Yeah.
So we thought that would be a great opportunity. And there's a great places around us that also have restaurants.
Well, our
and-
wine is already 40 yards down the road in Buellton right now. It's where all the barrels are. We haven't moved them over because of all this COVID-19 thing. But we're watching the world, and I can tell you, what's in front of us is amazing. So I got three things happening. One, we know our Buellton location's opening up. That's going to happen as soon as the world opens up a little bit. Maybe sooner, maybe Grubhub it, who knows. Two, we're looking at another location, which is interesting, that is up in Temecula. That's right, Old Town Temecula has a location that we're negotiating on, and we haven't come to the final conclusions on it. But what a great opportunity that might be for us as a winery to just have more vacation areas. So you're going to go to Wine Tasting Temecula over in Old Town. They're building a brand new Marriott resort there. And those of you who don't know that one, there's a brand new 4-star Marriott, which is already being planned between 2nd and 3rd Street on Front Street. And we have the contract engagements for the front of the entire building to be McClain Cellars with a 700 square foot patio on the outside. Super cool. And so what that tells you is this: in the midst of COVID-19, in the midst of the coronavirus, I believe in one simple thing: keep moving forward. Listen, I hope I don't get ill. I hope I don't get sick. My family and I are using every single precaution. Our team is using every single precaution. Our wine club members, every one of you who've bought a stimulus package, supported Sophie and I on our lifelong dream.
This is a true blessing, and we really appreciate every single one of you.
And you all just got your wine club shipments. I know for a fact that almost everyone on the tonight's chat roll has already bought a wine club shipment because you're wine club members. If you're not, join the wine club so you can have more fun. But you've also went out and bought a stimulus package, and you bought another allocation again. Your support, and I can list the names of every single person who's been, I watch them when the orders come in, I see them, and I'm like, you support me, you help us get in gear. And honestly, think about this one. We're not an SBA company. This is Sophie and I's checkbook. We've invested in everything. We're millions in. We're creating the best wine experience on the planet Earth, bar none. And it's people like Jack and Shelly Ann who've said to us, we don't care. Today, Jack and their bandwidth for internet, I gotta tell you, this is just scary. Jack had like 1.5 up and like 1.5 down. It was the slowest internet. It was like 50 on most. And I think, I mean, it was like, that was his email. It was like, you gotta be kidding me. It was CompuServe was faster than Jack's internet.
That's funny but accurate.
That's accurate. That
We
is.
sold them McClain Cellars. McClain Cellars gave
Provided
Jack
the
and Shelly
internet.
Ann
The internet.
the internet. Anyway,
Okay.
I digress. Thank you for your support, 1,000%. And Jack, you ready for food again?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Cheers
I'm going
to
to
you
pass it
guys.
back to Jack, and then
Thank
we'll
you.
keep having fun. The show ain't over yet, and I want to have a time. By the way, if you want to come on tonight, Mark and Philip and Timothy and everybody else, you want to join us in the webinar. After Jack is done, we're going to bring everybody in to engage.
See?
All right, back to Jack. Jack, go ahead and do your thing. Oh!
All right, let's sum up. Okay, so I've taken the chicken out of the oven. I'm going to do this because it's really, really important. I've turned the oven off. I'm going to take a plate out that I put in just a moment ago because Jason was talking, and I'm going to put the chicken, just the chicken, on the plate, and I'm going to put it back in the oven. And the chicken, by the way, is perfect. When you test it like this and it springs back the way it's springing back, everyone complains about chicken breast being so dry. This is going to be so moist and delicious. As a matter of fact, there's another story. So I told Shelly Ann that I was going to make this dish. And she said, oh, this is for a friend of ours. This is before this all ever happened. And she said, oh, God, chicken again? And I said, yeah, if you don't like it, you cook. And she walked right out of the room.
Whatever.
So I have just turned the pot back on high. Now, if you take a look at the chicken and the mushrooms, or I should say the mushrooms and the sausage and the onions and the garlic, it's really beautiful. Thank you. That's my 2-shot right here. Now, we're going to make it even more beautiful. I'm going to bring it up to a real high heat just for a little bit, okay? I'm going to take a little tiny bit more of this Promise Keeper.
That's not Promise Keeper.
I'm sorry,
Summer
this
Breeze.
is the Summer Breeze, right? Okay, Summer Breeze. And I'm going to put a little bit of that in. The reason I'm doing that,
You can't forget the wines. You can't forget the name of the wine. Jack,
okay, it's
Family.
live cooking, baby. There we go. Hold it up.
our family depends on college funds for and Philip and Natalie and Tony and everybody buying more wine, because if not, we all die in a moment of love.
All right, so mushrooms, sausage, onions, garlic, wine, fabulous olive oil. Now what I'm doing is I'm reducing this just a little bit, because what I'm doing is I'm creating what cooks call a pan sauce. Now a pan sauce is really, really simple. Remember the butter that I had? Remember here, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons. 1 and
Biggest tablespoon I've ever seen.
2. Shut up, Shelly Ann. This is what your brain grows up.
Are you guys married? Are you married? I'm not sure. Are you married?
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Are you married?
Yes.
I could never tell. Because
What we're doing
No, you
is
just know. No, you know what Shelly Ann should say? And now you're just going to add more butter.
More butter.
the minute the butter hits the pan, with all the other juices that are flowing into it right now, what it does is it starts to thicken that sauce, and that's all you need, really, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my special spoon. I'm going to give it a taste, because we're going to correct for salt and pepper, right? Ha! Oh! Wow! Is that good? And I do say so myself. That is really good, okay? What we're going to do is we're just going to finish it up, okay? So now this dish is done. Here's how we dish it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bowl. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chicken out of the oven. Forgive my lack of being in frame right now. Okay. All right. And here's how we dish this bad boy up. Look at this. I'm going to take our mashed sweet potato yam bourbon
Yumminess.
and I'm going to make a little bed. 1 and 2. You got plenty to do this right in the middle of the dish, okay?
Bowl.
The bowl. I'm going to take one of the chicken breasts. I'm going to smack it right down in the middle there. I'm going to take this absolutely fantastic pan sauce and give me this one.
Jack, don't lose the breast. Don't lose.
It's okay. I'm going to spoon it right over the middle. I'm going to take this lovely pan sauce here.
Oh yeah, baby.
And get a little bit of that because this is the money shot right here, Jason. Okay, and I'll pour that right on there. Okay. Now wait a second. Piece of resistance.
Piece of resistance.
Okay. And that is our dish. Take a look.
Oh, there you go.
Ladies and
Bravo. Bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Ryan.
So
Make some chicken mushroom stuff.
And you totally make it in 1 hour. Look at that.
Nice job.
less than an hour because you just couldn't shut up. So I am going to McClain Cellars and the McClain family. And when I say the McClain family, it's the entire family, everyone who's been on with us today and everyone who's going to join us later on. And I can't wait for the future. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. Stay safe, stay healthy. Hello to Tim and to Tony and to Jeff. And Jeff is joining us in from Kentucky.
Tim's in
Kentucky.
Chicago. My God, all of the whole crew is here. Yes, we love you. We love you madly. So,
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, now's the time.
I'm going to drink.
Oh, now you have to get the stimulus package.
Now, listen.
If you wait, if you haven't bought the stimulus package, it's awesome.
Yes. Natalie, put the stimulus package up. It will expire tonight. If you've already bought one, buy a second one because you get a gift card with it that comes with the stimulus package. So pick up your stimulus package tonight. If you haven't bought one already, if you already have, buy a second one because it's good for you. And Kara Young, be sure you buy the last case of Promise Keeper. All right. Now's the time. Now let's put our stimulus package up so you can pick it up. It's over tonight. It's all gone. These won't be available to anyone, period. Tonight, we get to have the next conversation with all of you. So if you want to join tonight's conversation, click on Raise Your Hand to Speak, click on the button that has your camera, and pick on the button that has your voice. Kara, I see that you're on with us, but I don't see your camera or your microphone. So find your button and click your button so I can talk about you. This is very important to talk about. The more we talk about, the better. Right, Jack? Jack's right.
You can hear him.
I can't hear Jack. There you go, Jack. Come on, Karen. There you go.
Bonnie, come here.
Bonnie.
Bonnie's here too.
Bonnie.
I'm here.
Yes,
We
yes.
are.
Basically,
This is
he's
the-
drinking nonstop. McClain Cellars.
Oh, you know what?
Nice.
That's the life right now. That's the life right now. You just kind of have to.
What
The
else?
more you drink McClain Cellars, the happier the world is.
We have the question for Jack though,
What
Yes.
else?
because she's a vegetarian.
Oh, he can make vegetarian dish. Easy.
Jack, what you gonna do for us?
I don't like sausage.
Oh.
Jack, she doesn't want. Jack, she doesn't want to drink sausage.
Okay, stop.
I think someone earlier said this is now a R-rated wine tasting show. I saw somebody, and I think
I haven't had anyone to talk to for 3 weeks now, so
So bad.
so Jack, your microphone's off, Jack. Jack, we can't hear you, Jack. Turn your
Jack.
microphone on.
I'm
I
back.
did that on purpose.
Yeah, because I can't shut up. Okay, so here's the deal. What I would do is I would substitute the sausage for potato, just regular potato. I would dice up, make maybe a russet potato, put it in there. Okay,
Or carrots.
that would be really good. Or carrots, that would be really good. Okay, because the sauce. I mean, can you have butter?
Or turnips.
It's not good for weight line.
Turnips.
Okay. So if butter is part of the diet, okay, that's almost the critical component in this is the butter, because what it does is it ties everything together so brilliantly.
Bourbon
Okay?
is the critical.
So how?
I'll just substitute. So I'll substitute the butter. I'll just double the bourbon.
Right. Exactly.
I like the way you're working, girl. Absolutely.
Well, we had a second question.
Turnips.
That was the first question.
Why do you have so many questions?
That was. I'm looking out for you.
Oh.
The second question How long did you have that potato in the microwave? The sweet potato.
Oh, I don't know.
It's been cooked for days. Don't worry.
Setting the potato. I think it's around 7 minutes.
You said 7 minutes?
Or you can put them in a 350-degree oven for an hour, and they're perfect.
No, I'm just settling. That just settles an argument between us. It's
Well, it
fine.
wasn't an argument. She was liking the sweet potato recipe, and she was like, well, how
yeah.
do you do
Oh,
the
wait
recipe?
till this. Oh,
He said 90 seconds. I was like, you can't cook a sweet potato in the microwave for 90
no.
seconds. It'll be hard as
If your microwave has one of those sensor cook things, and it says bake,
Convectional setting.
press the sensor cook, press baked potato, hit start, and it should just roll for you. And about 8 minutes later, you've got a perfect potato.
Got it.
The bourbon is the Knob Creek Maple Bourbon.
The Kanab Creek Maple.
She's the star. Who is that? She's the star.
Always drink Kanab Creek.
Kanab Creek.
Or
Elijah
not.
Wright's good.
Looking at it. So, can you have fish?
Mm.
What about you?
And what about the Impossible Burger?
Hang on a second. What are you using for protein these days? What do you like for protein?
Because you could use tofu.
Tofu.
Tofu would be the closest. Yeah, I use a lot of soy-based protein.
What I would do is I would sear some. I would just take it from the bottle, girl. That's what I do.
I get my fruit this way. Just my fruit.
Yeah. Do it. Okay.
No judging.
You get some firm tofu.
Like awesome.
You use the same ingredient instructions. Okay. What you want to do is you want to take a nice olive oil and you want to brown it, but your cooking time in the oven is going to be a little less because the hard tofu is a little less dense.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Tofu.
Nobody asked for your opinion, Vaughn.
Okay, listen, Jack.
Yeah.
Tonight, I have to tell you about Vaughn and Kara.
Okay.
You have to realize something. And Mark and Terry Meisberger, they'll understand the words better than anyone else, I think, because they're classic drunks like all of us.
I don't like the way this is started.
I like the way they roll.
If you understand, I met Vaughn and Kara. You remember Sophia? It was an experience we had to recover from. So when we were together,
Stupid.
we met,
No, that was actually they were a very nice couple.
they were that one time. And then when you met them,
You said that one
you have this electricity that just exudes the room. It's like Vaughn, and Vaun is an African American man.
He's black.
He's black. He's black.
Yeah, that's what I am.
He's still black.
And he stands tall, and he's got pectoraluses. And he's a larger man. It zooms over the places, and he comes over like he works out. And he comes over next to me, and he said, "Hi, I'm Vaughn." And his voice was a little higher because of steroids, but it was good. It was good. Nice little manly voice.
Thank you, baby.
And Vaughn is like, "I'm Vaughn." And I saw the two of them. I said to myself,
Oh my God.
"You two people are made for each other. And you two people are better off when you're drinking."
Well,
They are.
I say that all the time.
I just fell in love with them because they drink like my wife and I do. I met her and then I became sober.
Oh hell no.
And I still loved her.
Hell no. I was sober.
No, he still loved you because you came in your work clothes.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna forget that
Yeah.
story. I won't forget that story.
Yeah, we're still judging. I know.
You want to know our story? How we met?
Jack, this is what he was following along with the chicken. This is what's left of my. She was cooking along.
I didn't drop my boots on the floor though.
She didn't
Yeah,
drop.
very good. Yeah.
All right. So 17 plus years ago, I'm doing my thing in technology, and I'm a complete, well, it's the best word to be. I'm a professional dater online. And I date like every 15 seconds or day or a week or month. I dated a lot online back in these days, 70 years ago, before the road was all the way to there. And I would help friends of mine write dating profiles, and I was, telling people about, the wind that came from the east, the sun that rose from the west, and the roses and the moment of life. And
What's happening?
She said, wow. She's like, wow.
it's a moment. And I met this profile of this woman that was dropped dead over, and she said, you know, take me or leave me, and happy day. 7-day free trial, and I've got the 14-year membership to match. So I
Commercial free, I hope.
yes. Exactly. So I respond to her, and she responds back to me. And then we have our first date. And our first date engagement, so that we say, Jack, stop banging that thing with the microphone.
Oh, sorry. Julianne said she was hungry. I'm serving her.
Be nice.
I am. Okay, Mark's watching. Like, Jason, please quit. So we're out there, and we meet at a restaurant called Savannah Chop House in Laguna Niguel. Right? Sophie's
I'm
working.
sorry, did you say Savannah's Trap House?
What's that?
Did you say Savannah's Trap House?
No, not
No.
no.
Savannah Chop House.
Chop
I
House.
just want to be clear about the story.
There's a back room. So
Yeah, right.
Sophie wears this long black coat, beautiful short blonde hair, tall high heel boots, belt just off to her right side.
Oh my gosh, please.
This is the Mac Daddy vibe I'm giving you.
Okay.
I can't believe he remembers all these details.
Sophie, right.
Stop
Sophie,
shouting.
remember.
Come here, Mackenzie. Look over there in the camera. Say hi. That's Mackenzie Alexandra McClain. She's 11 years old. And she doesn't drink. It's Jack and Karen Vaughn and Natalie and Mark and Tim and Julie and all of our friends and everyone else and Jeff and Timothy and Jeff and Linda and everybody. Okay, bye. Okay. All right. She comes in and I'm 20 minutes late. I don't want to go to this meeting because I'm a guy. I'm a player, right? I was a player, played. So I finally show up, and the moment I go in that room, no joke, the moment I come there, now hang on, let me be clear so you understand this one. The moment I walk,
Wow.
I literally fall head over heels in love. And I knew that moment I'd marry my wife, Sophia.
Aww.
When you know, you know. Right?
How was that?
Oh wow, impressive.
Booyah!
Okay, you're gonna unplug your. Careful.
Okay,
Watch your back.
I'm sorry. God bless America and the Queen.
No, seriously, it's been acting up for the last 2 days. I just don't want him to fall apart.
Thank you.
Nope. Stay together. We need you together.
Together.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, listen, we've got, I see Tim and Julie. Tim and Julie, turn on your video, turn on your mic, join us in our after-hour conversation. What's up?
How did the sausage and mushroom?
That went really well.
Just the chicken.
I had to. You gotta assume that was on accident.
Tim and Julie, just come back.
Come back.
Okay.
In the meantime, every time we drink a bottle of your wine, Vaughn then goes online to try to buy more.
You have, because if you don't, our children will starve.
Your children are not good. Mackenzie
Yeah,
was
but
perfectly healthy.
I'm going to starve. Okay.
They'll starve.
Just-
Karen, you look really bad, honey. You need to drink more.
I know.
Mackenzie
You're right.
Mackenzie came in
Can't drink, try heroin.
healthy. Mackenzie looked healthy. And Jack is cooking more food in the background.
Oh, he's still muted.
He's got a
That's cute.
Oh my
He's
God.
still muted.
Let's start
Mike,
third show.
I am a machine. I
This is what the
am cooking
best show
tofu
we've done.
in this pan, okay? And I gotta tell you, in just a few minutes, the tofu is gonna sing.
Are you cooking tofu now?
It'll sing a little off key, but it'll sing.
Are you cooking tofu?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Oh,
Come on over. Come on, girl. Let's go. Come on.
What's your address? I'm not so.
I live in Houston. Where are you at right now?
I'm in Aliso Viejo.
count your wine bottles before you.
I carry a big purse for a reason.
Oh, that's good. How many glasses of wine have you had?
Not enough.
Uber, baby.
I
Uber.
want 2.5.
I've had
Uber. Come on, you can do it.
Vaughn, stop drinking. You're going to have to drive me.
Hey, hey, Tara, give us your story.
Yeah.
Come on, you're full screen now.
What?
I like them apples.
My
Give
life
us your
story?
story. How
Okay.
did you and Vaughn meet?
Oh, that's. Oh. Are there any children in the room?
Not anymore.
So we actually met in St. Louis, Missouri. We worked at a casino together. He was in the IT department and I worked in the events department. And he scared the shit out of me when I met him the first time.
It happened.
He has a very like intimidating presence. When you kind of like just when you meet him for the first time, he's very like kind of domineering and kind of in your face, I guess. Like he just has a very like what's the word? Stoic? Is that the right word?
Adjacent like approach.
No. He just like the first time I met him, I was scared. I was like, oh my God, that guy's so intimidating. Like he was very scary, but he's just calm. He's a very calm presence. So we just became friends at first. Like he was a very good contact to have in the IT department. To be fair, any big company you work at, make friends with IT.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we just started talking. We were both with people at the time that we met, so we were just friends. And then it kind of slowly turned into more than friends. And then we started traveling to California together. And then we just packed up and moved together across the country.
I missed the part from where did you move from?
Missouri.
Louis.
Where
Nice.
Mark and Chris are.
Yeah, and so actually my family's in Ohio. His family's in St. Louis. So I moved to St. Louis from Ohio and then met him and we left California. And so we just said, now or never, let's do it.
I don't regret it.
Here we are.
Knowing you guys, I tell you, knowing you guys has been a pleasure in every way because you're just so silly.
Yeah.
You're just so.
We don't know how to be anything but like us, like we don't know how to put on a facade. We don't know how to like.
Well, you need to be you. That's the best part of it. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. We're just very, and like some people, it turns some people off, some people love it. It's just like love it or hate it. We don't care. I don't care.
You know something? It's funny. I'm the same way. And it's funny. I had a call today with somebody.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
You okay there?
Is that the Rona? Do you guys have the Rona?
She got that wrong.
No Ronas. No Ronas.
I do have allergies here and there, so like I just.
Oh my gosh, pollen is so bad, and every time I sniffle, I'm like, people are gonna think I have the Rona.
Blowing everywhere, and it's like a nice.
Jack, you're on mute. Jack is
Shush.
He's on
Jack, your wife turned your microphone off, Jack.
Yep, I turned it off on him.
I have an opinion on how you guys met.
Put your wife on.
Give me a moment, okay? She was morning and I was nighttime.
Is that because he's black and I'm white?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
exactly.
no. That was Paul McCartney and.
I'm just kidding.
I'm black. I'm white.
Black jokes come with us. I'm sorry.
I'm black. She's white. We got the same thing. It's a moment. Go ahead, Jack.
It
I mean,
happens.
I don't have any black friends, so I
Me and
wouldn't know.
Jason, me and Jason.
You should put August on the show because this.
Because he's black?
No, because he
Well,
cooks all
Vaughn's
the
black.
time.
I'm black. We have some black people we know.
Wait a minute. You're black? Jesus.
Right?
He is. Look,
Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus.
Listen, I'm trying to get government stimulus right now. Don't say that.
You know, now you know why I turned off his mic. Wait a minute, now you know why I turned off his mic.
I've had a little bit to
Ew.
Exactly.
Ew.
Ew.
Please turn that thing off.
No, that's it. That's us. That's all.
How did you mute
7 years
yourself?
later. What?
I can't wait to actually meet you face to face and embrace you and
she's gonna make you cook.
We'll be
for her.
drunk when you meet us face to face.
Yes,
So remind us of the video chat.
I'll hold you to that. I will be glad to cook for you guys. We're gonna have a big coming out party when this is all over. I promise.
Big.
Real talk. Jason,
This is my
You know
Jason,
what's funny? The cool thing
Can
is,
you
the
have-
thing we're dealing with right now is that we're forming bonds that will last for a lifetime.
forever.
forever. You can't make this relationship work without the world we're in today. And to make a relationship that lasts a long time, a lifetime, covenant relationships, dear friendships. So I can tell you, with God's my judge. Remember, we were in business for a year, 1 year, and things are going great. Our brand's growing. We're building wine. We're, all of our life savings are out and building wine, and we're just focused on making good stuff. And we meet some great friends and wonderful people. And then today, and these past few weeks, the people who have bought a stimulus package or bought something or engage it, listen, I know members of ours that they're in retail or they're in hospitality and they got no job. I remember Jillian.
Yeah, I don't have a job.
Jack,
Yeah, no job.
Well,
It's like you don't have no money.
I'm not working.
If I had a job, I wouldn't be here right now.
Well, she got.
I'd be working.
She's bored. My wife got pushed out of her company because she decided that when the governor said you should not go in, that she wouldn't go in to do boob jobs, elective surgery. She's a nurse. She's
wow.
highly technical, smart nurse, way smarter than I am. But she agreed that either boob job or liposuction, you can wait till COVID-19 ends.
Wait a minute. Boob job is essential? What are you talking about?
Anyway, it's because right now our surgeries are non-elective. They are elective, so they're non-emergent. So by the government's law, all elective surgery should be postponed. Therefore, I have no work. And I don't know how long it's going to be, and that's where we are.
I don't want her going in for that.
Well, it's not an emergency.
It's not.
If it was an emergency,
don't you just suck this out of me? I can survive.
Work at home. You can work from home. It looks like you can work at home.
Wait, I can look good. I'm married.
Oh my God. Okay.
No,
but that's what it is. When the minute they froze me 3 days before I was supposed to start my brand new job at a new party company, because it's in the event industry. That was the first industry to be like, nope, we're done, because you can't. It's like legal.
You have to follow the guidelines. If you want this thing to end, you have to.
Right.
Our golf course in Costa de Casa made local news because people still play
the
freaking
sheriff
golf.
came to Costa de Casa to shut down our golf course, and they kept playing golf.
Because
I think my old job in Yorba Linda, the Black Gold Golf, they're still open.
Well, the thing is, because I promise you, if you look at this 6 feet distancing, when you come to the tee,
I lose my hair.
You're fine. Anyway, when you look at the 6 feet distancing, no one maintains that at the golf course. No one. And who wipes these carts? Who wipes these golf clubs or anything else? You talk to each other. You touch these golf clubs. Blah 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 blah. And you know what? Come on. Was it? It's gonna kill you if you don't play golf?
Yeah. Right.
Hey, who else with us tonight? We have several people on tonight's roll still watching and hanging out with us. But right now, it's just Jack and Jason, Sophia,
we're hogging up,
Karen, and Vaughn. So listen, we want you to join the conversation. Right now, the show is over. We do an hour show. We don't want people to hang out for all night long because it's kind of stupid. And then after an hour, we hang out. And so right now, we're in the hangout phase. So if you're watching us, click on the little note. I'll approve you to come on board, and let's just hang out and chat. Right now, we're just living life because, frankly, it's kind of boring being at your house by yourself without really cool people like us and Vaughn and Kara and Jack and Shelley. No, can't order pizza. They got coronavirus pizza. Hey, is that cool that we can now deliver Grubhub within like a week?
So, okay, here's an interesting story. Until somebody clicks in.
This is not going to be interesting. So just settle in, buckle in, grab a bottle.
Jack
love those people.
He needs to eat.
I love those people.
Well, they are amazing.
Jack, has some food.
Oh, I have food right in front of me.
I've been feeding him.
I'm good. Go ahead.
What's your
because I ordered pizza last night and we're gonna have what we did have. What did we have? A bottle of? What do we? Darcella. We had a bottle of Darcella last night.
I thought he said dark hour.
Yeah, and
You thought he said dark hour. I'm like,
Darcella.
Corona?
no.
Do you have Corona?
My Corona.
My
Corona.
I'm drinking Corona. Does that count?
Show. Hey,
No.
tomorrow night. You guys are coming, right?
We had to go pick up his own.
But they have nothing else to do. They're
What?
sitting at home.
Yeah, but what?
I ended up going to pick up my own pizza because I waited 2 hours for Grubhub to show up with my pizza. Growing to show up.
Well, no, we actually, you know, the funny thing is,
Your customers.
once in a while you would order like pizza online, right? So, another night, Jason, like, okay, let's order Papa John's. That was so horrible. I never tasted the pizza that
You were
tastes so
drunk
good.
off your butt.
No.
I know.
He called her out so hard.
In all fairness, we tried to do the like Tuesday, like the local eat local,
support.
eat local Tuesdays or whatever's going on. So he ordered from Bricko, which is down the street, and we love their stuff. It's all handmade, it's all homemade. It's
Small
great.
shops are amazing. Small shops are absolutely
Yeah,
amazing.
and that's what they are. Yeah. So his beef is with you order through Grubhub. Yeah. So we normally order through DoorDash, and he could only find them on Grubhub, so he ordered through Grubhub. His pizza never showed up after 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
So he just went like to Bricko, and the owner made him a pizza, and like, I mean, Grubhub refunded him, but our beef is kind of with Grubhub. So I'll be interested to see like how you guys feel about this.
We had an issue with DoorDash before when we would just, because you know how Grubhub only goes for certain restaurants, and so
Right.
For a sec. Let me take a moment to sign us all off, and we can continue our conversation after this in a couple of seconds.
Okay.
Because this whole conversation is recorded and pre-recorded.
Perfect.
So
yeah.
I'm going to take a moment to end tonight's broadcast. And Kara and Vaughn, I know Jack needs to go home and find his wife.
No. Jason, please do me a favor. Go to the bathroom, okay? Because
Do I have a leakage?
Leakage.
That's why I have control of the mic.
Sorry, I apologize.
Okay,
It's
finish
all
it
right.
up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Sorry. Okay. It happens. So, thank you for tuning in tonight on the McClain Cellars Wine TV. And tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, you'll hear Sophia say,
Have a good night.
we made history.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
all right. For those of you
Love you.
a little bit longer,
Love you all.
fun, we're going to go over to a Zoom channel, which I'll post up here on the chat roll. And we're going to continue drinking and hanging out on a just Zoom channel engagement. But Wine TV is closing for the night. And tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, we'll do it again, talking about something dumb and stupid so you can drink while you're at home. We love you very much. Have a wonderful night.
Cheers, you guys.
Good night to all of you
God bless you.
wonderful
Stay
people.
safe. Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Okay.
Love you all.
Cheers.
roll us out with a song.
13.
That went really well.
Mr. Hay. There's something on.
We're still here too.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Wait a second. Get there. I gotta press a link. Hang on. I'm a link presser. I'm a little slow. I'm 50 years old. God bless America.
He's the IT genius.
You're
Exactly.
50 years old? No shit.
You bite me in the shorts and call me Fred.
Said no shit.
Don't use oh shit. Just say shit. Oh.
Oh, look, you got a fur baby.
Yeah, we have two, but the other one's
Oh, yes, we have to feed our dog.
Oh, we have to feed our dogs.
I have to finish pressing a button. Hang on. Button pressing, for God's sake, America and the Queen. I don't know why I'm yelling.
We're still here, but we have to feed our dogs. We lock them up because they get too.
What kind of dogs do you have?
We have four.
Yes.
All right.
A Maltipoo, a Pekingese, an Old English, and a borrowed dog.
Did you say a borrowed dog?
Borrowed dogs?
I borrowed a dog once. Never give it back.
Arrested?
Come on, it's up there. Are you done?
Long.
Wait, Sophia, I'm downstairs. I'm not upstairs. So sometimes when you're downstairs, you gotta be downstairs.
Oh, look at the babies.
There we go. And a link. There we go. And call.
How old are they?
He's the old guy. He's 11.
Wow.
We have 2 3-year-olds, and then we have a 12-year-old.
Hey, check the chat roll. Check the chat roll and click on the Zoom link.
My goodness,
Look on the chat roll and the Zoom link. Hold on. I heard you, Jason.
Chat roll and the link.
I hear you.
Click on the chat roll Zoom link. We will end in 10 seconds. Click on the chat roll Zoom link and join the conversation.
Come here. Come here.
Chat roll going down in 10,
Yep. I'm moving over to Zoom.
9, 8, 7,
It says it's launching.
5, 4, 3. I'm just making sure I can tell people the chat roll is Zoom.
Hello, babe. We're on.
Sorry.
Oh, hi, baby.
All right, you have the Zoom link. We're ending the webinar is ending, and it's over.